Hi, it's Annie again. Welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Bible in a year. Today we're reading Genesis chapter 9, the covenant with Noah. In chapter 8, God had already declared the covenant that he will not destroy the world and every living thing with water. But here he expounds on the covenant. Okay, so let's read. God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fertile and multiply and fill the earth. Dread fear, dread fear of you shall be upon all the animals of the earth. This is why we have dominion over all creatures, all created things, and all the birds of the air, upon all the creatures that move about on the ground, and all the fishes of the sea. Into your power they are delivered. Into your power. So all created things are under our power. Don't fear animals. Every creature that is alive shall be yours to eat. I give them all to you as I did the green plants. Only flesh with its lifeblood in it you shall not eat. Nothing with its lifeblood should you eat. For your own lifeblood too, you as a human being, you Noah, I will demand an accounting. For every animal I will demand it. And from man in regard to his fellow man, I will demand an accounting for human life. This is why we don't take out people's life, because God accounts for every life. Okay. If anyone sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed, for in the image of God has man been made. This is why we don't kill. Because as you kill a human being, you're killing the image and likeness of God. Yeah. Be fertile then and multiply, abound on the earth and subdue it. Subdue it, that means have dominion over it, have power over it, have control over it, care for it, be mindful of it. God said to Noah and to his sons with him, see, I am now establishing my covenant with you and your descendants after you. Descendants. So God is a generational thinker. Every promise he gives you, every blessing he gives you is not only for you, but for you and your descendants. And you, as we read the Bible more, you'll always see this. You and your descendants, you and your descendants. God is a generational thinker. God said to Noah and to his sons with him, see, I am now establishing my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that was with you, all the birds and the various tame and wild animals that were with you and came out of the ark. I will establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all bodily creatures be destroyed by the waters of a flood. There shall not be another flood to devastate the earth. God added, this is the sign that I am giving for all ages to come, of the covenant between me and you and every living creature with you. I set my bow in the clouds to serve as a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. I set my rainbow. This is where we get the rainbow. So every time we see the rainbow, it's a reminder of God's covenant with us that he shall never destroy us again by floods. The rainbow doesn't mean, you know, the LGBT community. It doesn't mean your fancy neighborhood nursery. It doesn't mean uh, every other wrong reason why we use the rainbow. It does not mean we're condoning, you know, who do they call themselves? Minor attracted persons? No. The rainbow means, and God spells it out here, this is the sign that I'm giving you for all ages to come, not only Noah's time, even our time now, of the covenant between me, God, and you, all living creature, that I will not destroy the world with floods again. Let's continue. I set my bow in the clouds to serve as a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth and the bow, the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will recall. So every time there's a bow, God remembers. I have made the covenant I have made between me and you and all living beings, so that the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all mortal beings. As the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and recall the everlasting covenant. So, this is an everlasting covenant that I have established between God and all living beings, all mortal creatures that are on the earth. God continues to tell Noah, this is the sign of the covenant I have established between me and all mortal creatures that are on earth. All covenants have a sign. All covenants have a sign. It continues, Noah and his sons. The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. Remember, Canaan is promised land. Yeah? Ham was the father of Canaan. These were the three sons of Noah, and from them the whole earth was peopled, was populated, right? Now Noah, a man of the soil, was the first to plant a vineyard. Mhm. Vineyard, so where we plant grapes and we get, juice and we get wine. Noah, a man of the soil, meaning he was good with soil, he was a farmer, he was good with the soil, was the first to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of the wine, he became drunk and lay naked inside his tent. So he was inside his house. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father's nakedness. And he told his two brothers outside about it. Shem and Japheth, however, can you imagine Ham going, come see our dad is naked? But Shem and Japheth, however, took a robe and holding it on their backs, meaning they're walking backwards, they walked backwards and covered their father's nakedness. Since their faces were turned the other way, they did not see their father's nakedness. And this is why, uh, God is very sensitive about honoring your parents. When Noah woke up from his drunkenness and learned what his youngest son had done to him, he said, Cursed be Canaan. So he did not only curse Ham, but his entire lineage. Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves shall he be to his brothers. Mm, mm, mm. He also said, Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem. Now he's blessing his sons that didn't laugh at his nakedness. Let Canaan be his slave. May God expand Japheth so that he dwells among the tents of Shem. And let Canaan be his slave. We'll see later on how these curses are playing out. Noah lived 350 years after the flood, meaning he entered the flood when he was 600 years old, but he lived to about the whole lifetime of Noah was 950 years old. Then he died. Just 9 years shy of the oldest man that ever lived, Methuselah, from his lineage. We read chapter 10 in the next one.